Hi, lovelies, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Belinda Strana. Thank you so much for all the love and support. To my returning subscribers, those people that share my videos, leave commentaries, and also educate each and every one of us. You guys are the
So
real
lovelies,
MVPs.
imagine waking up, scrolling online, and seeing a white man openly call out the orange man to spark a civil war, all because of CK, not accountability, not justice, not even dialogue, but straight to WAR. And when people clapped back at him, thinking maybe he'll realize how reckless and dangerous that sounded, he didn't apologize. He didn't soften his word. He doubled down, proudly standing on that chorus like it was the most logical idea in the world. The internet was left stunned, not just because of what he said, but because it revealed how normalizing this kind of racial, talk has become. It was less about CK and more about how easily some people are willing to grumble with the very fabric of America just to prove their loyalty to Trump. Anyways, lovelies, I'm just going to roll the clip as well as some of other stitches I was able to put together. Please leave me your own thoughts in the comment section of what you think of this video and let's dive
Although this
into
man
it.
has still not been identified, and he is very dangerous based on his own video. I'm going to play his video in its entirety this time. All I have been able to learn so far is his first name is David, and he lives in Whittier. If you see this guy, please don't engage. He doesn't seem like he's okay, like at all. Let's say he talks about being a single father on his page, so his baby mama really needs to see this video.
I woke up today to thousands of views and likes on my last video. So keeping with the traction, let's try to get this video in front of Donald Trump, in front of President Trump, excuse me. Sir, you took the same oath as millions of veterans in this country, over 13 million veterans in this country, most of whom are conservative. We took the same oath to defend our country against all enemies, foreign and domestic. These leftists are our enemies. This is no longer left versus right. This is good versus evil. You have, give or take, 3 years left. If you call for a civil war, the conservative veterans in this country will take our country back from the evil left Nazis who have destroyed our country, who mutilate our children, who rape our children, who coddle pedophiles. They don't even call them pedophiles anymore. They're minor attracted persons. This is good versus evil, Mr. President. We will follow you. We will take this country back. And what we start here will echo around the world. Italy, Germany, Ireland, France, UK, Poland, Hungary. Everybody's tired of it. Everybody's tired of this leftist, woke bullshit that is ruining our countries. We use words, they use bullets. Mr. President, I implore you, call for a civil war. Call for a civil war and let us do our thing. Let us go door to door, street by street, and clean this country. Please, if you're watching this, you share the same sentiment, send it to Donald Trump, share it on your page, whatever. Get this message out there. This is not a joke. I'm a peaceful man. Time for peace is over. I'm willing to fight and I'm willing to die. We are all Charlie Kirk.
If you know David, please reach out.
His Facebook went private, by the way. I keep telling y'all, these white conservatives, man, they're like chihuahuas. All bark, no bite. All they do is bark. Somebody go check on that guy, though. Because he's a madman for sure.
This is no longer left versus right. This is good versus evil. You have...
That's right, y'all see it. For y'all who old enough to know, you know what it's about. Black power. Now, just on that alone, black power versus white power does not mean the same thing. Black power is about remembrance of self. Black power is about celebrating everything about yourself that everybody else has degraded. Everything that everybody has said on you, the stereotypes, the negativity, rising above. While white power stands for eliminating everything and everybody that does not look like yourself. I urge everybody to go back and look at that video in its entirety. The dude basically called on Trump to sound the call for a civil war, and that the right wing, the veterans, these people are going to stand down 10 toes for America. They're going to go door to door and clean the streets. All he has to do is give the word. Mind you, this is because of Beavis and or Butthead. I don't know which one he looks like, but yeah, that dude. I'm not trying to get my account blocked. Not trying to lose my job behind no bullshit. But he got amped up and got caught up in the moment of hatred. Now his family has been doxxed. Now his kids have to go somewhere else so that they're safe, because people are actually sending threats to him all over what he did. Let me give you something that a lot of y'all like to throw out a whole lot when it comes to people who don't look like yourselves. The term thug. Y'all love to use that when it comes to us. Mind you, it didn't even come from America. It's from Indian culture, but that's neither here nor there. We're talking about what it stands for now. But I'm going to go to one of our poet laureates, Tupac Shakur. The hate you give is the hate you get. You cannot put that cycle of malice into the universe and not expect to see it again. And just like your hero that is 6 feet under right now, when you live by the sword, you die by the sword. Y'all have a whole lot to reconcile before all of this is over. Some of y'all think y'all leaving tomorrow, and that's a whole nother kettle of fish I would love to fry up. But your spiritual souls are bankrupt. You are morally defunct. There is something wrong with you. You are the ones that hate. You are the ones that destroy and pillage and grape. But everybody else is the problem. Mind you, it's your own. The call is always coming from inside your own house. And yet you want to go and break in somebody else's.
Hello everyone, happy Monday. We have an update on David Esslinger. If you remember, it was a man who threatened to go door to door, killing his neighbors and fellow Americans.
Mr. President, I implore you, call for a civil war and let us do our thing. Let us go door to door, street by street, and clean this country.
Because he was upset about what happened to Charlie Kirk.
We are all Charlie Kirk.
I mean, I hate to say it, but yeah, you will be if you go door to door.
We got an update on that. He's sorry.
I'll apologize to everybody.
Whoops. Oopsie. Didn't mean to say I was going to kill everybody. Like, can we just, get along now? Could we just get on with their day and maybe I get my kids back? Whoopsie.
The other day, when Charlie Kirk was assassinated, I lost it. I was extremely emotional. I let social media and my emotions get the better of me, and I made a video talking about civil war. I posted a video the next day asking the president to call for civil war. A few hours later, I took the videos down. I talked to friends, and they I fucked up. I shouldn't have never posted it. I don't want a civil war. I have friends on both sides. I've been doxxed online now. I'm having to send my family away. I'm losing my family over this. I'm sorry. I'm sorry that I posted that shit. I'm sorry I let my emotions get the better of me. I'm a grown man. I shouldn't have fucking done that. Now I have to pay for the fucking consequences. But I'm going to post this video. I'm going to leave it up. I'll make it public, whatever. It's not going to change anything. You know, the damage is done. You know, the only thing I give a fuck about are my kids, and I'm losing them. I'm not going to fucking be able to see them for I don't know how long. You know, I'm sending them to, yeah, you know, sending them far away. And I feel stupid. I feel like a fucking moron. I am a moron for doing this. I'm a grown man. I shouldn't have let my emotions get the better of me like that. Seeing the Charlie Kirk memorials kicked over and the things said about him and t-shirts being made, and I lost it, dude. I lost it. I got way over emotional, and I posted a video while I was emotional. You know, I'm sure you've seen the video. You could tell that I was pissed, which isn't an excuse. Not making an excuse. You know, but my kids are being threatened, and it's my fault. Nobody else's is my fucking fault. I mean, I should never threaten people's kids, but at the same time, I don't get to choose how people react to my words. And, you know, I apologize. I don't want a civil war. And also the people calling me racist, thinking I'm racist. I'm not racist. I grew up in East LA. All my friends are Mexican, black, gay, straight, you know, left, right. I have friends on both sides of the fucking spectrum. And, you know, after that video, people reached out to me, and, you know, I decided to take the videos down, but the internet's forever, and now I'm paying for my actions, and my kids are paying for my actions. So, you know, I'll apologize to everybody, but also to my kids. You know, I don't expect this to change anything, but it is what it is. And you know, I don't want a civil war. I want our country to come together. I want all this fucking crazy political fucking shit to stop, because, you know, people are getting hurt. Charlie was assassinated. Other people have been fucking shot, killed. It's gone too fucking far. This is America. We got to do better than this. I got to do better than this. I learned my fucking lesson. You know, not that it's going to matter to most of you who are doxing me and attacking me and threatening me and shit. I know it's not going to matter to any of you. I'm not really even making this video for you. I'm making it for the people who were mad like me. And, you know, there's crazy people on both sides, and I don't want anybody to get fucking hurt. You know, Charlie was killed, and his family are mourning. His children don't have a father anymore. I don't want to see that shit happen to anybody on either side. So I'm going to post this video. I'm going to leave it up. I'll make it public, whatever. You know, I just thought I'd give you guys an update, let you know you won. You fucked me over. I fucked myself over. Be real. I'm not going to put the fucking blame on anybody else but myself, because that's where it lies. So, you know, I hope this shit comes to a peaceful fucking end soon. And that's all.
Let's just start off by saying this. If my running ass made a video saying that I was going to go around killing people who disagreed with me politically, that would be playing on Fox News nonstop. They say Sharia law, jihad is here. They would only play clips of me speaking in Farsi and say, we should have seen the signs. Of me telling people to eat shit in Farsi mostly. I'd be deported even though I was born here. I'd be sent to a foreign prison that I'd never come out of. I'm assuming the baby mama got a hold of that video and gave it to her lawyer. You didn't send anybody away. They were taken. That's how I'm reading that. But anyway, whoopsie. Whoops, you know. You guys got mad about that? Yeah? Didn't really get the response that I wanted? Well, let's go ahead and walk that back. I mean, I'll give it to you. That's a pretty damn good apology. It's a pretty good, as far as apologies go, it's a pretty good apology. It's pretty good. Not a lot of people take accountability like that. No, not many people are willing to face humility. And that is important, because other people should see that. Other people need to see that it's wrong. Other people need to see that that is the way to take accountability. However, and the thing is I don't want to get into this whole thing of blaming sides. What I want to get into is blaming rhetoric that leads to this.
Seeing the Charlie Kirk memorials kicked over and the things said about him and t-shirts being made, and I lost it, dude.
This motherfucker has the most divisive, racist, hateful, sexist language out of anyone I've ever seen in my entire life. And maybe that's what you like about him, but that's why you get the same kind of response when someone you like Charlie Kirk, dies, and other people are being really cruel about it.
I feel like a fucking moron. I'm a moron for doing this. I'm a grown man. I shouldn't have let my emotions get the better of me like that.
I'm sorry, but his apology doesn't fix the fact that his initial emotional response was to murder his neighbors. I don't care about his response after he's had post-nut clarity. I don't care about that. Well, sure, hindsight's 2020. Now, after the fact that everyone's called me a psychopath, I'm starting to think that, maybe that wasn't a good idea. After I've lost my kids for making this video, maybe it wasn't a good idea saying I'd die for Trump.
Time for peace is over. I'm willing to fight and I'm willing to die.
Imagine you were this guy's neighbor and you saw that video and you have kids at home. Like, how would you ever feel safe again?
I want our country to come together. I want all this fucking crazy political fucking shit to stop.
He did not hate his opponents. He wanted the best for them. That's where I disagreed with Charlie. I hate my opponent. And I don't want the best for them. I'm sorry.
This kind of rhetoric, this kind of language, this kind of shit from the top down is the issue. No U.S. president should go up on stage and say that they hate more than half of the country that they're the president of. Then you have people like this going around thinking they can do whatever they want with impunity. So anyway, David, I appreciate that you made this video. It's not lost on me that you made this after you threatened me with a lawsuit and saw that I wasn't scared, then tried apologizing. That's not lost on me, but it doesn't matter. What matters is you did make the video. You did admit that you were wrong. You did apologize, and you do understand that this sort of thing is not okay. Now, David, some personal advice. If you're truly sorry, you also need to implement some sort of change. Do you plan on continuing to degrade people who are different race, sex, sexual orientation, gender as you? Because to a lot of people, that is what that red hat represents. That is what Donald Trump represents. That's what Charlie Kirk represents. They represent the degradation of other people because they built their platforms on that. You don't plan on changing your politics or anything like that. That's fine. You believe whatever it is you're going to believe. But I will say something. You are wrong when you say this.
Calling me racist, thinking I'm racist. I'm not racist. I grew up in East LA. All my friends are Mexican, black, gay, straight.
Really? That's an odd one to try to pass. Because, everything else, sure, you can find a way to say sorry for. But you never really explained why, after you threatened civil war, you also said that you want this to happen around the world and then named a bunch of not so random nations.
And what we start here will echo around the world. Italy, Germany, Ireland, France, UK, Poland, Hungary.
All those nations seem to have one thing very specific in common. I'm kind of worried that this time you didn't get the reaction you wanted. What about next time? Because, there's a lot of different things someone can do in response to anger. But I'll be honest, I've never seen someone threaten civil war with plans of global domination. That was a wild one. No part of your apology included an explanation for that. I recognize an extremist when I see one. Please, get help. Please.
Seriously, lovelies. This is just getting tougher each and every person day. When a white man or when a pan-colored man decided that he was going to go online and openly told Orange Man to call for a civil war in response to the tragic situation surrounding CK, the internet was left completely shaking. It was this wasn't just the audacity of his word, it was the unapologetic way he doubled down when the people called him out in a time when the United States is already deeply divided politically, socially, and culturally. This kind of reckless, stereotype feels less like free speech and more like playing with matches in a room filled with gasoline. How can you just openly say stuff like that and you think it's okay to just come out because you feel that, oh, you have been hurt? The worst part, with all of this, some of these spank people crashing out about Charlie Quick is the fact that they are crashing out towards the wrongest people. They are acting as if the person or the people who actually own a live CK is actually maybe someone that looks like me. Instead of them to channel their energy to this man who did they do? They are just leaving up some commentary, making it look like, oh, it is this group of people that are alive CK. I saw some couple of stitches where in a pen color where like white men fight back, like you are fighting who back? You are fighting yourself, because it's actually a pen color person that did the deed. The shock online was intense. Civil war, like really, people are struggling with inflation, healthcare, racial tension, housing costs, and education crisis. And yet, the suggestion from this man wasn't about unity, accountability, or healing. It was all about escalating, violence. And when they ask people like this, they will say that black people are violent, black people are rude, but look at what this man is just saying with his full chest. What he was essentially calling for was a blood, the rest, chaos and neighboring turning against neighbors, all under the banner of loyalty to Orange Man and outrage over CK situation. Many users immediately called it, dangerous incitement, the type of radicalized speech that normalizes political violence. But instead of working his word, although he apologized a little bit, trying to but that was made just because maybe he was caught out. He admitted, rather than admitting his choice of word was irresponsible information, he led into choice almost proudly. It's revealed not just his own mindset, but the growing ecosystem of individuals who are so entrenched in their political loyalty that they are willing to casually throw out the idea of civil war as if it's just another talking point. Anyways, commentators around, the social platforms, especially this our TikTok, pointed out the hypocrisy too. When marginalized group protest peacefully, they are often criminalized and demonized. Yet here was a man openly calling for harm instruction, and some in his circle were like, they are not even calling him out. Anyway, it exposed how certain voices in America can flirt with extremism and still be treated with the kind of boy with the boys. The deeper conversation here is about how dangerous language travels and how it shapes public thought. What like civil WAR are not just hyperbolic. History tells us they can be they can become something self-fulfilling prophecy when leaders and influencers don't check such stereotype. It fastens when followers see no consequences for openly advocating violence by becoming bolder, and when political disagreement starts being framed in terms of what democracy itself it has risk. This internet shock was valid because this wasn't just some offhand joke, it was a window into how normalizing violent situations have become in certain corners of American political climate. And the double down shows of that it wasn't just a mistake, it was a belief system. Whether you love or hate Orange Man, whether you agree or disagree with CK, what this moment highlights is the fragile of American discourse. It reveals just how quickly a tragedy or controversy can be weaponized to push people towards extremism, you know. You cannot just go all about on a social platform to start spewing things that you know that it might actually be very harmful in the system. At the end of the day, it wasn't just one man's comment, it was a reflection of a dangerous undercurrent, people who are willing to risk burning the country down in defense of their political ideal. And that should scare everyone, regardless of the political affiliation. You cannot just, be so bold to spill things, you know. So if he's not even called out, he wouldn't want to apologize. Anyway, lovelies, when I saw this, I thought I was just gonna put it up here. People really need to be very careful. So many people are so upset. I don't even blame John Reid for asking this question. Why are you so upset when you know deep inside of you that you have everything? You have everything, but you are still upset. Just make it make sense. Anyway, lovely. So now just leave me your own thoughts in the comment section of what you think of this video. And please do not forget that we do not support any form of bullying and harassment. We just here for educational and informative purposes. So please share this video, subscribe to this channel if you're here to do that, like, and I will see you love this when I upload the
Your own
next
thought
one.
in the comment section of what you think of this video. Please do not forget that we do not, support any form of bullying and harassment. We're just here for educational and informative purposes. So please share this video, subscribe, leave a thought, and I will see you love this when I upload the next one.